Hello, my friends. I don't want Lars Ulrich to have a problem with this, but that's a Queen covered by Metallica. How are you all, Flash and Ray and Mitch and Russell? Hey, Russell, good to see you with your own YouTube handle, Russell Kapinski, who made me the gnome, the no gnome, famous on this channel, worldwide famous, worldwide. So how are you all? Happy New Year. Happy year of Suntup number 23. So it's 223 or 23. I got to do it that way. Two tree in 23. I'm wearing my Mr. Sparkle shirt, brand new Mr. Sparkle shirt. I'm kind of torn on this neck though, producer Jill. This neck, it's like this is a Jessie J neck. I think that's what they call it. When Jessie J puts his shirt on, they got to make it like so her big head can come through. And I think this is a Jessie J neck. I think that's like the technical term. So, happy Monday, Jason. Hans, I just sent some payments via PayPal to a few people. I did too. Mr. Sparkler. Oh man, Mr. Sparkle. You gotta love Mr. Sparkle. Happy New Year, Randy. Who you paying? Hey, EIB Adrevi. I don't excellence in broadcasting, EIB. Hello, Jason. I sent some to Paul Michael Caine. Yes, I did too. Greetings and salutations. Yes. And I bought a new ARC by Stephen King I needed. I thought you had the hookup. I was wondering how that happened. If you continued with that setup, what was the new ARC? A new ARC? Pray tell. So let's welcome. Let's kick the show off. Duff Bucket. Duff Bucket. Sugarfoot Stout. And this exposes a problem I have. And that problem is basically if I get a shipment from Mitch and it contains beers and I'm looking through my refrigerator for something to drink, I will consume all the Sugarfoots immediately. Like I have it with my cereal. I make foods with it. I bathe in it. It exfoliates, opens my pores. Hello, number one. And I completed my White Noise press chapbook collection. Oh, Keith Minion. Nice. White Noise chapbook. I was going to call this channel White Noise. Barry White, a lot of noise. Oh, this, I got to say. But it's a problem because I'll just keep, I will run out of the Sugarfoot immediately. I am, you know what, saving it for the Mondays. But I did send some money, and I did promise to send some money today. But the GOTHIC slipcase, of course, for the GOTHIC, it's going to look incredible. 19th edition. I love the shape of the wood cut thing, and I love the sort of viney texture to that slipcase. Amazing. And of course, has the PF logo mark, which I think is super cool. For that spine out, you do the slipcase spine out, and Paul Michael Caine knows that. I mean, if you're in it, I might have to. Producer Jill, can you turn this light down a little bit? It's hot, or whatever they say in the business. Hello, David. I'm doing really good. Oh, the Sugarfoot, man. It slaps. I need a drinks. You do need a drinks. You need drinks. I feel like this is like I said, I'm freaking out about this neck now. I'm going to be staring at me. Okay, that's good. Yeah, yeah, this is cool. It's cool. I'm just gonna. You can't do anything about the neck though. I just feel like there's a whole. I don't know. It just like it makes me look formless. I just feel like a blob. I don't know. I can't get in front of a room full of people like this again. I like the Mr. Sparkle shirt, but this is a Jessie J neckline. We got to alter it. You know what? I'm gonna wear a shirt under it. I'll wear a dickie under it. A dickie. Can I say dickie? Yeah, that is hello. Okay. Congratulations, Han. Must feel great. Yes, it's got the white noise press is, for those who don't know, I believe that's Keith Minion's press. I don't think he's doing it anymore, right? I think he's defunct. Defunct. I don't want to say defunct. That sounds like failure, but I think he moved on from it. I have one book of his, Dog Star. I didn't read it. That's how TBRs go, you know. Hey, David Malkoski's here. Melchowski. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. People confusing Jeff Ward with Barry White. Very white, you know. But this whole thing, I don't know what's with the hair though, too. I'm having all kinds of issues live. It's better just to have the issues live. Just have them live, you know. Raise awareness. Get the mic in the game. The mic wasn't in the game. The mic needed to be in the game. Get in the game, Mike. Good evening and Happy New Year, Matt. That neckline is straight out of the Flashdance era. I feel like it is. It should be off my shoulder if it's going to be that big. I feel like I need a shoulder out, Jill. Like, I don't know. This makes me feel like vulnerable. It's like a mistake. Yeah, I know. I understand. Keith Minion is retired. Okay. The White Noise Press chapbooks included authors. Oh, I thought Jeff Strand and Keelan Patrick Burke. Dang, I didn't know that. That's cool. It's Terrific's here. Flash is not dancing. I love that. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. Flash dance. It sounds like somebody's telling you what to do, right? Flash dance. Megan's here. Hello, Megan. Megan wants to say hello to everyone. It's been real quiet on the collecting front, kind of a little bit. You know, between the Christmas and the New Year's, there, you know, people go into the little hibernation units. They kind of hang out. Yeah, somebody once told me that I'm the kind of guy, when I take my glasses off, my eyes disappear. Like, where do they go, Mr. Magoo? But I wear my glasses too much. They're reading glasses. And then I'm not reading, except I am reading your comments. So I am. Really feel like I got the homeless vibe going with this. You know what? I'm going to hide that collar like that. Should be a new CP up on Sunday. Excited for that one. Oh, yeah. So Jared's one of the people who said, you know what? I got nothing going on until January 8th. January 8th, come check back. But until then, you know, cool that credit card, because sometimes they melt. And he's been melting a lot of credit cards lately. And he, I don't know what would be that next one. What did he say it was going to be? Man Who Fell to Earth? I don't remember what it was. It was so long ago. You know, this is the time of year where things get blurry. Man Who Fell to Earth. Yep. And man, I don't know how long Jared can keep going. He's been firing them out. You know, everybody's looking forward to Long Walk. I still think we're going to get a surprise with that book. I don't know why. I don't know why. Quote me if I'm wrong. Somebody actually said that to me in a meeting once. Quote me if I'm wrong. Not correct me. Not don't quote me on that, but quote me if I'm wrong. So what have you guys done for New Year's? Any resolutions? Connection issues. Am I the only one? Probably not. A lot of people have problems because of this thing called social media, and they don't feel like it's really getting us connected anymore. Feed froze. Oh, come on. Jill, my feed froze. It did for Jason, and Mitch. Oh, my. Feed froze for me. I thought it was me. Jason thought it was him, but it was really Jason, too. And Mitch. I thought Mitch was saying I have connection issues. I'm like, Mitch, this is not a therapy. You need to talk to like a therapist. If you have connection issues, some people just can't relate to others. I'm back now. Oh, Flash is dancing. Maybe it's an East Coast thing, Flash. Feed good here, no freezing yet. Oh, yeah, maybe it's an East Coast thing. Maybe we got, since I'm in the East Coast time zone, and I saw Jeff Strand point this out on New Year's. He said, he goes, being on the westernmost of the East Coast, he's like in 2 time zones. He could celebrate midnight and then drive a half hour and celebrate midnight again in a half hour. Because we are right there. Me and Jeff Strand. I guess all Jeffs have to locate there. But me and the Strand man. So for me, Jill doesn't know this yet, but I signed up as a New Year's resolution. I said I'm going to do something for my body. So I signed up for Body by Nick Avocado. So I signed up for his program, Body by Nick Avocado. And you know what it comes with? It comes with a t-shirt that says, it's your fault. And so you walk around wearing that shirt and it deflects. If people are thinking things about your body, it just says it's your fault. The Body by Nick Avocado. It's Nick Avocado? Nick Avocado. Body by Nick Avocado. Oh, man, you're going to get shredded. You know it. I am living in a thinny. That's a Stephen King reference. She doesn't know all the Stephen King stuff that we know. It's a little bit insider for her on this channel sometimes. Pull the soup cans. Feed works better when the string is tight. Pull the soup cans? Oh, yes. Yeah, if you're having connection issues, just tug on the Campbells. And, or, you know, if you don't have Campbell's, you've got the generic one, then, you know, that's okay. Do you know, ever go into a grocery store? That's a thing they had before Amazon. And they would have cans, and the cans where the labels fell off. So you just have this silver can in a stack. They had like a stack of these. They're like, we don't know what the hell it is. 50 cents. Try your luck. 50 cents. One of them could be filled with dead mice. So yeah, that's, you know, the soup can. But I don't know if I can say Mitch's news about Rapture. Mitch shared some Rapture news with me. I don't know if I could share it, Mitch. I don't know. Nick Cotto Avocado. I guess it's the guy's name. It's your fault. Yeah, I don't know if I could share Mitch's news, so I won't. But yeah, oh yeah, you can do. Okay, there's some Jeff Ward Stout, man. There's some Jeff Ward Stout. He just brewed it. He brewed it so I could do it. Yeah, no, I wasn't keeping it from you, but I didn't tell her. I didn't exactly tell her. I was keeping the Body by Nick thing, but yes, more Rapture, Jeff Ward Stout coming, and he did a little variant, which I'm going to try. I'm going to try like hell. So yes, Jeff Ward Stout. So all you Jeff heads, you want the official drinkity drink. You gotta hit Mitch up to get some Jeff Ward Stout. Going national, that would be awesome. I'd love Rapture to go national. God, that would be such great beer, and such readily available. And then Mitch wouldn't have to like get a hernia lugging 40 pounds of alcohol to the FedEx place for me every couple of days. I get a shipment every 3 days, and I drink it constantly. More rapture, less fracture. That's a great one. While I eat your waffles. This batch has more vanilla because you see why? You know why? Because my videos have been very white lately. So he's like, I got to add the white to the beer because Jeff is very white, Terry White, and we got to add some more vanilla because this guy, I won't use the word cracker, but I'm white. So I really would love to try some, Mitch. How can I get in touch with you? Flash, you're not on social media, right? Instagram. He's in Instagram is Corso999. It's like the opposite of the devil. But his wife has Facebook. I'm just narrating your life now, Flash. And yes. He's been selling books. If you guys want to buy, I could hook you up with a guy who's selling a Magica, unless you're going to hang on to that now. But he was selling a Magica. If you have any problem getting in touch with Mitch, I can help you out. He's on Instagram. You're on Instagram. No, I'm going to sell. Okay. Anybody want to buy a Magica, the Behemoth numbered edition? You can get an actual bona fide number from the friend of the channel, Flash. Amazing guy. Takes better pictures than I do, so I'm a little jealous, actually, of your photography skills. And you can hit him up. Rob Hawk, I would suggest you do that. Oh, but Julie won't let him. That's true. Julie won't let him buy it. Imagica. The same way producer Jill won't let me buy On This the Day of the Pig, the Earthling lettered edition. But you know what? That is compromise. Life is compromise. Mwah. I don't know why that needed a French chef's kiss. A French chef's kiss? I'm not even going to try to demonstrate that. Oh, man, I'll tell you. You guys should all supply me with this beer because it really it's a word loosener for me. Bam, all the nonsense comes out when I drink this good stuff. Best of luck with your sale, Flash. Yes, sell that Imagica, that big thick tome. I won't. I love it. A French chef's kiss. It's like fingers, tongues. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. So it's, a little uncomfortable. So, yes, Philip Fracasse's not here right now, but I mean, I don't blame him. He's flying way above this channel. And I knew that would happen someday. Our little Philip Fracasse is hitting those thermals now. He's soaring. He's going to the highest heights because his book is going bonkers. It's on Amazon. It's like number 4 in horror, number 1. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's like stunning what A Child Alone with Strangers is doing. And I really have not seen anybody who didn't like that book or really any of Philip Fracasse's work, except for somebody once today reacted negatively to seeing Philip Fracasse's name. And they said they were not a fan. And that's totally legitimate. You don't have to be a fan of everything. I just happen to be. In regard to the books to buy or sell, any chance anyone here has a copy of The Man Who Made Models that you would be interested in selling? Been hunting for that. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't. But anybody who has a copy of The Man Who Made Models, you can reach out to Jason Geis, or you can text me or email me at jeff@thejeffword.fun or jeff2write@yahoo, and I will get back to you, and I'll hook you up. I'll make that connection for you guys if you need to. If not, look, we'll try to, maneuver. I saw that. Happy New Year, Chad. Happy New Year. Happiest New Year to you, Chad. I didn't get the privacy curtain for you and Joe Lansdale, the shelf there. Didn't get that hung up yet, but it's coming. I'm not gonna like, I was gonna do some scented candles or stuff, but fire and scent near books, not a good idea. I forgot it was 19th edition. I just ordered. Oh, okay. The Gothic slipcase was gorgeous. The detail on the spine was, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that is, it's stunning. And I think it's going to be amazing next to the Boys in the Valley slipcase, and how proud and happy we will all be when we get that. I think he said summer of 23. I think certain somebody is not seeing Philip Fracassi clearly because he banned Philip from the rare key. I know. I wish that didn't happen. I wish it could be smoothed over. I wish, I try to get along with everybody. I don't agree with everybody, but I see and respect other points of view, even the clearly wrong points of view. That's okay. I mean, like, for example, you might like this neck on this shirt. So I hate that happened. I'm not going to get in between it. Yeah, take the coward's way out. Yes. But I think we're all adults. We can sift through what is the truth and what could be personality driven and all that other stuff, which I won't get into here. Because if you notice, I like to keep my rants very impersonal. Unless it's Z-Man or Chiz-Man. But you notice they both have Z's. Chizzy-Man. Chizak. Oh, Joe, we got to do a mug now. Chizak. Yes, you're right. I checked the Earthling site and didn't see it. Now I know why. Oh, yeah. We're good. We'll let it all hang out. You got to ask Joe's permission because I can't let it go through. Hey, guys, let's not pile on. Not everyone is a lover of books and just reading in general. You guys, man. Subpress released a Juggernaut. Yeah, I saw Subpress announce something. I'm pulling it up right now. But it was lost on me. Why was it lost on me? The Rise and Fall of Dodo. Neil Stevenson and Nicole Galano. Right? Or Galland? I don't know. Oh, Galland. Did it sell out already? Did it? Let's click on it. I'll tell you right now if it's sold out. So Neil Stevenson, yeah. Oh, the lettered is gone. That's an expensive letter. Damn. $850. Who did the art? That's Paul Aerosmith. He did the art for Inspection. I'm telling you, when I have some of this, I have Neil Stevenson's Snow Crash. I dig Patrick Aerosmith's art. I dig that. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know anything about this book. You say it's a juggernaut. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I didn't understand that. I was glad Philip sent out that email letting folks know about the book. Okay, was thrilled to pick up that for $2. Oh, the ebook, yeah. I finished Let's Go Play at the Adams today. Man, that wasn't it? It was a brutal story. And do you see what I'm saying, Flash, when I say if you read it again, you're going to have a more brutal experience because it removes a reread and knowing what happens removes one thing from the story that makes everything darker. Oh, God, a Z-Man mug. I should. Wait, drama in the horror world? Yeah, drama. There's always you get people together as drama. It's a little fun, you got to have the entertainment, but man, can get tiring, Oh God, a Z-Man mug. Yeah. Hey Chad, just finish the hymn Deep Down. Holy schmiz. Shiznit. Oh, that's great. I'm glad to see that, Randy. I had a conflict with a popular seller on Facebook who blocked me when confronted with his BS. But because I had been in too many selling groups, I had to remove him for blocking me. Yeah, good. Just saw Lansdale and his daughter have a book up for pre-order on the Thunderstorm site. Yeah, Darkly Kin, something like that. I passed that. I probably shouldn't have. Saw that Gabino Iglesias gave you a nice shout out. Oh, good. Appreciate it, Randy. Terry and I had talked about expanding that one maybe one day. I'm on page 60 of Adams. I mean, the first part of Let's Go Play at the Adams is very slow and thoughtful and almost plotting, but there's a reason for it. I think the author, Mendel, was focused on trying to understand why people might do the things they do. So he does take his time to thoroughly dissect the thoughts and the events that lead up to something like the ending of Let's Go Play at the Adams. I'm tempted to tell you guys why the second reading is so much worse. I think you probably figure it out if you know, but I don't want to spoil anything. So the book is brutal, and it's a lot smarter than I thought it would be, and I hope you enjoy it, David. Mike Hughes is here. Oh, Mike Hughes Library. So someone has a YouTube handle change. Does that mean we're going to get content from Mike Hughes? That would be great. I love seeing more libraries. I love that. Love it. Flash did a great one on his channel, and I'd love to see more. Sorry to be late. Mark's late, Jill. He's late.
That's okay.
Dude, you gonna mark it down?
No, that's right.
Well, this is like his third pass. I don't know. Jill's going easy on you, Mark. Appreciate it. Okay, so forgot it was Monday. Still at the bar. Well, you know what? I kind of am too. So cheers, Mike. Cheers. Tink. Tink. Hans, I don't think I could read that statement out loud, but Casey Lansdale. Yeah. Jeff, which one do you like better, Girl Next Door or Adam? I didn't read Girl Next Door. That's a huge problem. I'm going to fix it. I am going to fix that. I've got to get Girl Next Door. I wanted to get the one where Stephen King signed it, but I'm just going to have to get, I will get that one. Look, Jill, we got to get The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, okay? Chad says so. She wasn't even listening. She's not even listening. But yes, I want to read that one. I never have. That would be great, Chad. I'd be all okay. The expanded. I am so mad at Z-Man. Oh, don't be mad. He spoiled 11/22/63 in his video. Okay, I don't think he spoiled. He gave something. Okay, but he did say something. I'm not telling you, but I saw what he said, and to me, I didn't read it. So it didn't really spoil, but now that I know it's a spoiler, it's a spoiler. I can't say Casey Lansdale. I can't make, we live in cancel culture, Hans. I cannot comment on a woman's appearance into a live microphone that's recorded on the internet. Do you understand the consequences of making any sort of judgment like that as me, as who I am, as the demographic I occupy? I'm even going too far now. So I can't say she is the A word. Casey Lansdale is Joe Lansdale's daughter. She's also a country western singer and a co-author of some of his books. Very talented individual. I can't even gender her, you know. I just said her. Damn it. Adams impacted me more than The Girl Next Door. Really? Hans says, hey, producer Jill, mark this down. Huzzah. And Mark is appreciative that you're going to let this third one slide. It was a spoiler. Damn it, now I know it's a spoiler. What an asshole. I can call Z-Man. I didn't know it was a spoiler, guys. I guess that is what I get for hate watching. And I wrote him down. I was going to get into Z-Man. Are we getting into Z-Man now? Z-Man. I know you're not shallow. And he's saying it's not her appearance, it's her personality. Yes. And you are not shallow, Hans. I'm not saying that. Adorable. Adorable. I just feel like I can't say that. I'm backed into a corner, Hans. It's not you. Just feel like I can't. I feel wrong. I don't know. But Z-Man, I shared his latest video on my channel, Facebook page, and it's amazing. If you watch where I started, so you didn't know it was a spoiler until now, so we just spoiled it. Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying, but I still don't know in what capacity it's a spoiler. I'm still very early in Blue Butterfly, but I will get to page that we need to be at tomorrow easily. But I love it so far, Mitch. So, oh, he spoiled the best chapter. Oh, a double spoiler. It's not that big of a spoiler. Thank you, Mitch. I'm going to read it. I promise you. What did I say? Blue Butterfly, Painted Bird, 11/22/63 guests. Gauntlet announced the release of The Last Town, the final book in the Pines trilogy. No, don't buy it, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. or Tim. If you're here, Tim, I know you. Don't buy it. I want Blue Butterfly so bad. You ordered it. No, Tim. You did it. I said don't do it, and you did it. Gauntlet stinks. I know. But don't say anything because Tim's getting it. He's looking forward to it. I also saw Tim got the Dark Matter Easton Press. I have to read up to and stopped at our goal. Oh, you stopped there. Tim definitely bought that. He's a lover, not a fighter. That's true. That is true. He's going to like what he likes. The heart wants what it wants. And I don't want him to not enjoy it now. But Gauntlet sucks. But he got Dark Matter from Easton Press. I didn't even know that was a thing. Didn't even know. And then I was on Easton Press's website, and I had to get out of there because I saw they had a bunch of books that I would love to get signed copies of. They're the only ones that did Fight Club so far. Signed Fight Club. I was going to do that hack where you sign up for their Modern Masters, whatever it is, subscription, and you get the first book for 77% off. But you're committed to buying the other ones, and then you just cancel the subscription. You got a book for 77% off, and they never send anybody to your house. It's a victimless crime. I've got 3 pages until I hit 47, trying to savor. I got my Wayward from Gauntlet. I haven't ordered The Last Town yet. I'm sure they will be available for a while. Yeah. Mine smell like books, or none smell like books. You got a typo. Moan? Oh, man. I got to tell you, Sugarfoot, the only thing better than Sugarfoot is Jeff Word Stout. That's the only thing that beats this. That's it, man. That's it. So Z-Man, I shared. Oh, wait. Actually, I work for Eastman Press as an enforcer. They send me to shifty collectors, and I take them to the woodshed. Well, then you got to go after Sean Lynch. He's a scammer that taught me that. But I'd seen that around town, Hans, all around the town square, which is a social media town square. You know the one. And people do that all the time. I don't do that. I'm a good citizen. I got 7 years of tax returns bundled up, ready. If an IRS agent kicks down my door, ready to go. Here, what do you want? 7 years. I go back 7 years. You want 99? No, 99 I don't have. That's wow, you see how old you get? You're like, 99 was 7 years. No, it wasn't, stupid. It was 24 years ago. 1999? Yeah, we're in the year 2023, Jill. Yeah, see how that happens? Sean has been scheduled for correcting. Oh, damn. A re-education. I hope I didn't just sick you on him. Jeff, I had a laugh watching your shelf tour when you talked about Grady Hendrix and how you brought so many of his books but have yet to read any. I have that issue with Jeff Vandermeer. Here's the thing. I've read one Jeff Vandermeer. Now, here's the little bit of the opposite. I was on the same track to keep buying Jeff Vandermeer books because they happen. I don't know if his input with these small press publishers is such outsized, but they're usually beautiful. I don't know how that is, but he has a lot. And I was on a buying thing and I said, whoa, I got to stop. And then I read The Complete Born and I absolutely loved it. It's crazy. His stuff is lunacy. It doesn't make any sense in some parts, but you love reading it. It's like, it's not helping you, but damn, it's just so much fun. It's so much fun. I love when books work like that. You just fall into them. And there could be, like I said, any number of reasons. Either it's an engaging, great story, it's beautiful prose, or it's just something that tickles your brain in a new way. Like Jeff Vandermeer stuff is batshit crazy. So I stopped. But I should have gotten all of his stuff from Subpress because they did Bliss. They just did Hunter, Hummingbird and Salamander. And I passed on, what was their other one that sold out? Ambergris. Oh, Ambergris. I don't know how to say that. Stupid. And I got all this Grady Hendrix sitting up there because I thought it was Jimi Hendrix. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I bought Grady Hendrix saying Jimmy is an awesome guitarist. How is he as a novelist? And Jill's like, he's dead. What? He's a genius on the guitar. And no. So anyway, I gotta read his stuff. His stuff sells like crazy. That's why I resisted the Stephen Graham Jones craze. Everybody was reading that, and SST sells it out right away. And I'm just like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I cannot go all in on an author I've never read. It doesn't make good financial sense. So, Z-Man is something else. Can't believe he has serious followers. I know. Just finished Vandermeer's Southern Reach. Did you like it? That's acceptance, I believe. Hey, what's up, McPhail? McPhail? Yes, McPhail. I always mess up your name. I want to say McPhalanx, like a phalanx. But what's up? I just finished The Troop by Nick Cutter and loved it. Is this the best novel or is there an even better one? I have no idea. I've never read Nick Cutter, but The Troop is huge. Nick Cutter goes by another name too. He's got like a pseudonym. I'll never send him money. I don't know what his name is. You can't send a man money if you don't know what his name is. Oh, Nick Cutter is the pseudonym. Shady AF. Will the real Nick Cutter please stand up? And I don't know who he cut, but he's admitting that he cut her. Yeah, no, I had to do it. So Z-Man, can we talk about Z-Man? Because I feel like the blood. I feel it. He was playing. He recorded a video. So if you watch from where I shared in 20 seconds, you get like all the classic Z-Man stuff, right? He says, what? I think it is. I don't know. Should go up. Like he doesn't know what he's going to do on his own channel. He's like all over the place. His real name is Craig Davidson. Nick Cutter is also Patrick Lestuca. Lestuca? I don't even know why you would say Lestuca. And then his real name is Craig Davidson. Why not just go with that? It sounds like Harley Davidson and Craig Sheffer. Two all-American psychos. I don't know. But if you watch from where I started it, he says like a number of things where he's just confused. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then stage mom wife chimes in to give him stage direction, to bail him out. She's like Joe Biden's teleprompter. He's standing there looking befuddled, bemused. He doesn't know, why am I on this channel talking about books? I don't know. And he's trying to resist reading the spine and then, or the dust jackets, and he has to. Nobody gave him notes, you know? And then you realize how close Danielle, his stage mom wife, is in all of these videos. She's just off camera. I think she has a weapon. I think like she is going to hurt him. And that's why they don't edit. He just keeps going. He's stammering through. I don't know. I got a book. What do I say? He's like borderline panicking. What's this book about? I don't know. Now I'm getting stage direction over here from producer Jill. She said it was too much, but she loves it when Russell Brand does it. When he acts the fool. Anyway. I'm sold on him after the troop. No worries, Jeff. I know my name looks like it was chosen in middle school. McPhalinks. Are they better than his Cutter books? I recommend Little Heaven and the Preserve. Zach's Chicago hat feels ironic. It's not. He's a suburban boy, as Mitch would say, B-O-I. He's a suburban boy. He can't claim Chicago. Not that kid. He can't claim Chicago, Jill. He can't. Zach can't claim Chicago. Did you think I was, what? She's confused. She's throwing off the whole vibe, guys. It's like a chill in the room. How many times does producer Jill roll her eyes per episode? Oh my God. We should have a counter at the bottom. I should have like a little button I ding every time. Even though her back is to me right now, it's like I could tell. Ding, ding. Oh, you know what? I got a bell on my desk I could ring every time. Oh, she's so lucky I can't find it. It's somewhere. It's around. Oh, here it is. I roll. Rolling her eyes at this. And then it's going to be like an alarm. I got some Nick Cutter arcs. 2 for the troop. Nice. You're crazy about them arcs, man. Hans got them. If you need an arc, Hans has it. For sure. He has it sitting around. But before the part that I share on Z-Man's video, oh, Russell likes it. Before the part I share of the Z-Man video, he starts the video by saying, first off, I got a new heater. And so that's what you're going to hear. Sorry about that. And then he proceeds to talk really loud because there's a heater. It'd be like me saying, sorry, guys, I just got this washboard. You're just going to have to sit there and listen to me practice my Zydeco. Like, Zach, you could shut off the heater. You could shut it off. Physically, it has an off function. I know my way around a heater. You can turn it off while you do this 11-minute video. You got a sweater on that said Quint. You know, it was like a Jaws tie-in sweatshirt. And he had a hat. I mean, he was cozy. He was all tucked up. You know, he was all tucked up. And he could have shut that heater off and he could have done quality content. And then, it's crazy, you could have turned it back on. Because then you had the rest of your life, you know, off and then on. But no, I bet you Danielle was cold. I bet you that was it. Can we at least do this video without the heater? I'm cold, Zach. I am cold. You're a misogynist. How dare you call Casey Lansdale adorable? And then he's like, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just tell me what to say on my video. Why do you have that washboard? The heater has no switch. Yes. Yes. Hi, I moved to Naperville from Missouri through the stacks. Anyone back home asks where I live, I say Chicago. But if they're actually from Chicago, I have to get real. Yes, exactly. Naperville is a very nice part of Chicago land. Chicago's like what, 4 million people? Chicago land is 14 million. And basically, it's Cook County. If you want to say, where are you from? I'm from Cook County. It's like everywhere. That's where people really live. That's the real kingdom of Northern Illinois, Cook County. And it is awful. It is absolutely awful. I just saw this video about how these people are just indiscriminately raising the property taxes, even though they cannot provide the basic services that the people need. And more people are going through hard times, and there's inflation, all that stuff. They don't care. They're just going to raise property taxes. So I'm sorry that you are in Naperville for that reason. But I'm sure you moved there for very legitimate reasons. And Naperville is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful part of Cook County and Chicago land. Like they say in Chicago, come for the food, stay because you got murdered. I'm sorry. Through the stacks, I'm sorry. You're probably very happy in Naperville. It's a very nice place. I'm just bitter. I'm just a curmudgeon, you know. So Zeissings has now signed paperbacks of, they finally posted that. Okay, so if you want Don't Let Them Get You Down from Zagava, they did trade paperbacks. Zeissings, okay, thank you for telling me that, Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr. I was waiting for them to have them so I could buy them from Zeissings to get. Is it Zeislings? I'm sorry. Zeislings? I don't know. The heater has. Why did you have that? Yeah. Explain this. Are you trying to send a message to your abs? Yeah, well, not really. Because wow. I got to look like you wouldn't believe. I had to put that down immediately, if not sooner. Wow. She walked in like she came in on me doing something. Quality content. I have 0 desks and 0 washboards. I'm not living. You are living your best life. You are.
That's why I said
What?
Zydeco, not Zydeco.
Jeff, it's Zydeco. It's Zydeco, not Zydeco. I'm sorry. Now I want Jeff to play some buckwheat Zydeco. I'm sorry I mispronounced Mark's last name. I am a horrible person, but at least I don't run a heater during. I mean, I do sometimes have things going that are loud. You know what I do? It's just crazy. I wait. I either wait if I can't do anything about the sound, or I do something about the sound, do the video, and then get back to whatever. Like I have a dehumidifier in my office here by the shelves in the summer because it gets humid. I don't want humidity on the books. That's understandable. But when I do a video, I shut it off. My mom says Naperville is DuPage. Okay, DuPage. I'm sorry, DuPage. You are in the safe zone. If you're in DuPage or Will County, you're slightly better. You're in slightly better footing. I didn't know Naperville was in DuPage County. Okay, excellent. The small press publishers, yes. I ended up using one of my Audible credits for Echo because you raved about it. Hopefully it's creepy hillbilly horror. It's not hillbilly. It is not hillbilly horror. It involves mountains. It's creepy as hell. It's horrible. I mean, horror. Horrible sounds like it's a bad book. It's a horror book. It's in a mountain. So there are hills, but it's not hillbilly. Yes. The publisher runs a bookstore by the same name. Mm-hmm. Now you know, though. I'm just here to help. I know you are, and I appreciate it. Oh no, I got you, brother. We love Naperville, but 2.8% property tax ain't no joke. No, it ain't. It ain't, and they're going up. Cook County. If you're in DuPage, you might be safe. But Cook County, but well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I think all of Illinois is raising property taxes. I believe. I'm not sure. Is Maria Pappas your tax collector? The comptroller or whatever the hell she is. She has a $23,000 desk that the taxpayers paid for. A $23,000 desk. And she has the balls, the audacity, nay, the temerity to make you pay for that desk. I'm telling you, man. Cemetery Dance is a bookstore as well. It's in a mall. Just shelves full of Chasing the Boogeyman and Gwenny's Magic Feather. That would be hilarious. I would love, 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 love to go to that and do a book haul video there. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Echo, while containing zero hillbillies, does contain frights. It does. I love Echo. Love that book, man. And I will read anything Thomas Oldehuvelt publishes. Great story. I hope you enjoy it. Was he? Yeah, Stephen Wellison Jr. It's just shelves full of, all signed by Bentley Little. You see, he's just trolling. He's just trolling. That's all. That's all. Naperville is expensive. Yes. By the way, do you know how many of these small presses do things in-house? I'd love to tour some operation. That's an option if I'm in the area. I'm pretty new to the game and still learning about it. I think a lot of the small presses, they don't print them in-house. They have relationships with printers, and then they have relationships with binders, maybe. And then they oversee it. They do quality control, to varying degrees. And they don't do it all in-house. I bet you there are some. I know Conservation Tree Press, which recently released Peter Pan. I believe he bought a letterpress. I think he bought his own letterpress, cylinder letterpress, so he can do them in-house. I'm not 100% sure on that. But to my knowledge, it's not that common. There may be some of these upper echelon fine presses that have on-site equipment for binding. I know Lyra's is all done by the publisher. He's a binder. I don't know if he's a printer. I don't know if he prints them himself. So, but none that I'm aware of in the Chicagoland area. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, when I was in there, I was just looking to get out. That's to be honest with you. To be totally honest with you. Little books and quality control to varying degrees. Yeah, I said that for your benefit, Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr. I'm open to all opinions here. But the little books, I got the little books. They're the worst, and that's Borderlands. Even though they were excellent customer service with me, they were very nice. I have nothing but positive interactions as far as customer service goes. But had I been discerning and super picky with them, I would have had far more problems than they probably would have dealt with. And a lot of their problems, a lot of their answers to their situations were, sorry, can't do anything about it. That's the way it is now. So Echo was giving me Major Brother vibes for some reason. No. Oh, so I think that's where I was getting the whole hillbilly thing. No, I don't see any connection. I don't see that. I'm not saying you're wrong. Everybody's opinion is, there are frequencies. I tell you, man, when we read these books, they imprint a frequency, a pattern, a wave, and it's a sense you develop as a reader. And when you read a book that touches those same wires for you, the personal setup you have, it can call to mind some books that maybe it doesn't call to mind for other people, because for all I don't get brother vibes at all with with Echo. Echo feels more gothic, more romantic, if that's, you know what I mean? Like Frankenstein's like a romance. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm probably messing it all up, but I'm just saying that it's so far removed, you know. I don't remember, they're in, I forgot what country they're in, but it's a European country, I believe, that it takes place. The majority of the story, some of it takes place in the Catskills in New York. But I'm just such two different parts of the world for me. And Brother was brilliant too. Brother was the best Anya Allborn book I've read to date. And the second best was Seed. I've also read Dark Across the Bay, Palmetto, If You See Her, and they're not as good as those other books. Echo is better than Hex, in my opinion. Echo, if you've never read Hex, Hex is I think a more straightforward horror story. Echo has some really creepy moments, but it's more expansive. It really gets at so Nick is addicted to mountain climbing and the mountains, and Sam is addicted to Nick, and it shows where their obsessions take them. It's kind of how I took the book. And so it's got deeper themes, you know. Everybody's chasing their passion, and to what ends are you willing to go for your passion is ultimately what that book tries to grapple with. And I think it does it wonderfully. Loved it. Jeff wants to kiss Frankenstein's monster. But wasn't it like Prometheus, a romance or something? Wasn't it like the full title? Didn't it say something about a romance? Isn't it considered a horror gothic romance or something? Buffalo safety collapsed on the field after a tackle and they administered CPR. No. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, gosh. These young athletes in the prime of their lives, to see that. Oh, my God. I mean, that sounds like, I mean, that goes beyond just a football injury, you know, where you got a broken bone, you got like, you know, broken collarbone or something. But to collapse after a tackle, unless it sounds more than just like, man, Buffalo's having a rough go of it. Frankenstein or Prometheus Unbound. But I thought there was one that said, you know what I'm going to do? I have Frankenstein. Maybe there is an article, July 4th, 2022. Romanticism in Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Analysis. Victor Frankenstein represents romanticism because he's a warning against scientific pursuit without thought. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Many of the trademarks of romanticism are evident in the novel. Okay. All right. I don't know if it's, oh my God, I thought I lost it. It's one of the questions to get into books of horror. Who wrote Frankenstein or Prometheus Unbound? And people answer Mary Shelley wrote the first book. LOL. I like that. Prometheus Unbound. But I swear there used to be where it's like, and it's a gothic romance, or like it was some, I don't know, whatever. I'm wrong. I can be wrong. I did lose it years ago. Prime of their life is extremely loose term. when referring to NFL players. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, here are some people who achieved their peak of their career. They made it in the NFL, and they have a very short amount of time to live well. To save money, not save money, but to make the right money moves, because their careers are so short. So the productive years, unless they can do other things with that money. But they're big time athletes. I mean, the athleticism it should take to get into the professional football league is something to be admired if you can achieve it. And to see these guys risk their futures on the field is, man, they trade the prime of their life, Brother and Seed were fantastic. I especially loved how uncomfortable Brother made me. And damn, Jeff, you got me hyped as hell for Echo. Well, I hope it lives up. I hope it totally lives up to that. And I think what Thomas Oldehuvelt did for possession, like we have stories of possession. Seed's a good one. That's a story of possession, a brilliant one, a really good one. And I would say Seed is a great possession story. And Echo is a brilliant possession story because it takes it to another level, and it really reimagines what is possession, what can possess you, and what Nick. And I think I read some negative comments on Goodreads about Echo, and there are some that regard that Nick and Sam are a same-sex couple, and that they're like hung up on that. I'm like, okay. Well, that's one thing that if you can't get past that, then yeah, you're not going to enjoy the book at all. But if you can understand this relationship is just about two human beings getting together and relating on a level that's like a bond. If you can't get to that point, then yeah, put the book away. It ain't for you. But there are some that were like very literal in their criticism of the book. They're like, I don't see how a mountain can possess a person and turn you into a mountain, because then you'd be really big. Oh man, do you have no imagination? Do you understand the grandeur, a massive force of a mountain could also be present in a person? You ever see somebody walk into a room and they're like, wow, they took up the whole room. Like they're sucking up all the oxygen. It's larger than life. It's not about physical size necessarily, but it's about scope of influence, presence, dominance, just sheer willpower. There are so many reasons it worked. And for people to get hung up on the literal, there are physical descriptions in the book. There are allusions to how that physical possession manifests. But you can't get hung up on some of that as far as being very literal, because the possession sends Nick and Sam into another place, headspace. So I loved it. Boys in the Valley is another great possession story. That is awesome. That was my first Fracassi read, and he is only 24. Oh, that is horrible. That is prime, man. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, Boys in the Valley is a great possession story. Very original, very brilliant. Loved it. And the one thing that struck me with Boys in the Valley was like, this is a slow boil page turner. And for me, those two seem to be mutually exclusive. But I really wanted, and I was like tearing through those pages to see where the build was going. And it was brilliant book. I still need to read Echo. I've heard mixed things, but overall it sounds like something I'd enjoy. Yeah, there are mixed things. Like there are some people that didn't feel the creepy vibe. But if you are in the mode, if you're captured, if you're there, if you can be there in the world that Thomas Oldehuvelt is creating with the imagery, it's an incredible experience. It's also very beautiful, and the descriptions of the mountaineering are awesome. You feel like you got a little bit of an education in what it takes to climb a mountain, and that thrill, and how addictive it could be, and how intoxicating and overpowering, and how that spirit could possess you. So there are a lot of blurry lines in this, so you're kind of getting into you understand how passion can lead to compulsion, can lead to addiction, can lead to possession. Although Smish hated it, he didn't finish it apparently, so that makes me think I'll love it. Really, Echo? To each their own. I don't agree with other people's opinions on books, and like I said, a lot of people love to read CJ Tudor, and cheers to that. I've never read a Darcy Coates book, but Z-Man is all about Darcy Coates, so it makes me think it is it's bad. I'm not going to like it, but maybe I will. I don't know. He's a big Keelan Patrick Burke fan, so kudos to him. I think Z-Man likes Keelan Patrick Burke because the books are on the slender side. Nothing terrifies Z-Man more than a thick book. He's like, he sees that page count, he's like, damn. But then he read 11/22/63 and loved it. So it was good, but I preferred Hex, and we all know I have finer, more discerning tastes than Jeff. I thought Hex was a little more straightforward. I loved more of the symbolism in Echo. But I haven't read Hex in a long time. I'm going to reread Hex when I get it as a beautiful, exquisite, perfect Suntup edition. So I'm going to reread it with the Chris Barron's art. Thomas Oldehoevel is also doing some fine press editions of his work that won't get translated into English. He wrote some Dutch language only books, and he's never going to translate them. His 4 early books, and he's doing fine press exclusive editions of those. And that chaps my ass. I want to read all of his stuff, so I'm a little burned. He's not translating those into English, but you know what? I'm Western. I'm not Western civilization. I'm an American centrist, I guess. I'm going back in to try to finish Echo. That's okay. If you don't like it, that's okay, Mark. You don't have to like everything I like. The Zappa song is pretty awesome. The Zappa song? Oh, in the book? Yeah, he names each chapter is no, it's the title of a previous book. So I don't know what the Zappa song is, but saying Schmidt did not finish a book is akin to saying Joe Hill autographs his books. Damn, you're saying he doesn't finish a lot. You guys are getting 2028. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Excited for that Hex. I am beyond excited for that Hex. And I think the artist edition will be signed by Thomas Oldehoevel to make up for that delay. Won't be 2028. It'll be 2023. For sure. For sure. I have no doubt. Let's see. I told you guys. Oh, I am my New Year's resolution. Here's my New Year's resolution. I know right now you're finishing that thought, like what you want my New Year's resolution to be. But I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to try to drop the word amazing from my videos. I say amazing. Like it's amazing. I use superlatives way too much, especially when I'm trying to review a book. I'm like, this book was amazing. It was so good. It was amazing. It was brilliant. It was amazing. And it's just this crutch, and I'm not getting beyond anything. So I'm not going to say that. Hey, what's up? What's up, your brain on books? Happy New Year to the coolest fool in the school. I am a fool. I'm not in school, nor am I cool. Although I have nightmares, I still have to complete college. Still have nightmares that I need to take that final in a class that I never attended all semester. But if I could just pass that final, I won't have to relive any credit hours. So what's up, Baron? Good to see you. I accomplished. Oh, and Baron, you said something on my channel about now I got to go throw rocks at my shelves. No. This is a very. If you look at Noah Mitchell shelves or some of those other shelves out there, those libraries, just because I show you mine, there are others out there that blow my shelves out of the water. So no hate, just appreciate your books. So yes. I accomplished something I'm sharing with you all. Labor of love that started in 2018 has now concluded with 34,000 words. Detective James Andrews' story is finished. Congratulations, Megan. Writing something is what I aspire to do. And congrats. Good to see you. Billy the Mountain. Oh, yes. Yes, Billy the Mountain. Congrats. That is great. I am in awe. That I've written many words. None of them are worth money. Except I have an ebook on Amazon. You get it for like free on your Kindle. South Watermark and Tales. Oh, you can learn about Goiterman. Is Goiterman on there? I don't remember. That's awesome. So congrats, Megan. You don't need more rocks. No, you don't need to feel shame for your books. Not at all. I'm saying love your books. Hug them. Hug them. Be good to them. Don't smoke on them and don't rub your pets on them and keep them in a climate controlled space. But don't hate them. I share my books so other people can say, oh, that's a cool book. And I could see it anytime because Jeff has a video on it. So if I want to see it, I can see it. But I could save money. I'm not going to pay a lot for that muffler. And I'll just use my shelves. Just use my shelves. That should be a shirt. We should get a mug or a t-shirt that says use my shelves. Use your shelf. Shelf abuse. Oh, we're getting there. Shelf abuse. Gonna write an amazing book and send it to Jeff so he's speechless. I am. Well, you've written awesome stuff, Chad. So I can't say amazing. It's an amazing book. It's an amazing book. Hey, Chad, your book, Cannibal Creator, was a no BS number 6 in my top 6 of the year. No BS. And the only reason I went to 6 is because I had 2 fricassees. And I felt that wasn't right. But Cannibal Creator was a blast. I'm telling you, when I looked at my list, and I posted the list of all the books I read in that video, and when I looked at it, these were the ones, man. Hands down, the ones. The ones. Definitely. In all seriousness, the best collection on YouTube is the Library Ladder. Name any first edition of pretty much anything, and that dude has it. See, now I'm going to throw rocks. Boo, books, boo. Although I'm not that into first edition. You know, I think it's a coward in me who doesn't want to be into first editions, because then you got to hunt. Then you got to try to get a near fine edition so you can look at it without shame, and so on and so on. And it becomes this endless chase to collect all the first editions. And then you have to be prescient, right? You have to know what the next big author is, or who the next big author is, that you can get their book as a first edition for an affordable way. And unless you just buy every goddamn thing out there. Don't compare collections. It's unhealthy. Like comparing marriages. Dang. I don't know if you want to say something, Tim. But I got to see it now. That's a great channel. Love his videos. Okay, I'm not jealous, but I'll go see it. Library Ladder. I'll read it. I like libraries that have ladders, so you know they mean business because they got books way up there. But you're right. Tim has a pretty badass collection too. I don't recall if you've done a bookshelf tour, Tim. You need to do one. Never been married. Bring it. Never been married, so you can't compare marriages. You know what? You know, it's funny. I always tell people, like, there are people that are like, what's better, having a family, having kids, or staying single your whole life? And I always say that children are like crack. Children are like crack. I wrote a whole blog post about it in my defunct blog. I wrote, children are like crack cocaine. Now, crack is something I've never done, but I hear it's fantastic. It's amazing. I can still say that word when I talk about crack. It's amazing. Kids don't do crack, but it's amazing. And once you do it, you need it every time, I guess. It's super addictive. So maybe you don't need it every day. And maybe you don't need it for the rest of your life after one try. But I read this cracked.com article, not ironically titled, but cracked.com had an article about how this guy did crack. And he said he made a promise to himself before he did it that he would go to work the next day no matter what he experienced. And he said if he didn't make that promise to himself and keep it, he would be somebody who had been like, oh, just a burnt out junkie, because he said it was so amazing that he would have just done that the rest of his life. That's all you would ever want to do. So children are like crack cocaine. I have them and now I need them every day. I need my kids every day. I need to see them. I need them in my house. I need to know how they're doing. I need them to be okay. So I'm addicted to my children. But had I never had children, well, then I wouldn't know that addiction, would I? Children are like crack. I don't know. That's all I got to say. Don't hate on your own shelves. I'll bet some of Jeff's most valuable books he owns are the ratty paperbacks he's had for decades. Yep. They are some of the best. They are. And I love going to those bookstores, those used bookstores that are the thrift shops, and finding those treasures, man. They're amazing. Tim's is amazing. Chef's kiss. Even French chef's kiss. Tim has an insane collection. I'd love an hour. Yes. Jeff showed us how to tour the shelves. Maybe I'll copy. I didn't. Don't do what Jeff does. Do it better. Prepare for it. Last year I did different tours by my collection. So I did my Stephen King collection, which I divided over 2 videos, and I pulled every book out to show it. I did my Suntup in another video, and etc. And I tried to break it up into parts. This time I just did it all in one shot. It was a little longer than I like to do a video. It was 46 minutes, but you could stop. You could stop halfway through. You can come back to it. It's fine. But I mostly wanted to document it. And I was a little, as I was filming it, thinking, well, what am I showing now that I didn't show last year? And do people really care? I don't know. But I like the setup, and I wanted to go through with it and at least document it. And so this year I'm documenting and I'm writing down, so I'll have handy on my notes, all the books acquired that were either purchased previously and then shipped this year. But whatever books are new to the shelves this year, I'm going to write down. So at least when I do a new bookshelf tour, I'll be able to say, like, hey, these are all the new ones in 23. If you didn't see those unboxings, you could check them out and blah, blah, blah. So, but I would love to see your books. Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. also contributed some amazing books to my shelf too. Some of Tim's very impressive collection used to be a part of my modest collection. You're very generous with your books, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Yes, you are. I wrote a book about the foolish idea of trying something just once called Wallflower. Don't do drugs, kids. Yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do it. Here, the best advice is if you can't put it down, don't pick it up. And I've always erred on the side of, rumor has it that this stuff is super addictive. And when I hear the word addictive, I think dominating. And when I hear the word dominating, I think loss of free will and agency. And I don't like that. I don't like to think that I'm handing over my brain, my willpower, my drive, my thoughts to something. That's why I left Illinois. So Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do the ones that you can't put down. If you can't put it down, don't pick it up. That's some good advice. We all know the McCamick arc I sent you is your top fave book you own. It's signed now, Mitch. He got it signed. We all met McCammon. I don't have the space to chase first edition. No, having the definitive edition or at least the definitive edition within my price range in regard to the actual physical construction is more my bag. Yeah, I think I love the collections. I love the collecting spirit. I love that trophy hunting aspect of it. But if I can't get it brand new, fresh from the publisher, I don't want it. I deflate. I'm like, okay, yeah. If somebody gifts me the Wolf's Hour from Subpress, the Wolf's Hour by Robert McCammon, published by Subpress, signed edition or unsigned. If someone gifts that to me, I will be over the moon. But I'm not going to spend $400 for that book. I'm just not going to do it. Even though I have spent more on a book, it's just the idea that the book was originally $95, $125. I don't know what it was. I'm just not going to do it. It's like done. That ship has sailed. And to chase down first editions, now you're dealing with somebody else's grading. Like if they're saying, oh, it's near fine or it's fine even, and then you get the book and you're like, dude, this isn't fine. And then you get that whole, so it's like, unless the used book is good, $10 or $20, I'm not down for it. I did break my commandment and got Speaks the Nightbird so I can get it signed by McCammon, which was a huge score because I got it for super cheap and I got McCammon to sign it and the book is in stellar condition. So that worked out in my favor, but that's a dangerous game to play. I could be spending all day on eBay and wow, that will just suck you in. And it's dangerous. Look, if you can't put it down, don't pick it up. Book addictions are addictions too. You gotta man it. You gotta collect responsibly. Jill, that should be a mug. Collect responsibly. Top 5 books in everyone's collections and go. I can't do that because then I will all do 5 Suntup books. So sorry. If I had to do top 5 books, man, I don't know. My lettered Butcher Boy. Let me just restrict it to each publisher. My top 5 books by each publisher. Or my top 5 books, one from each of my favorite Butcher Boy, lettered Butcher Boy. Dune from Centipede. Dude, I can't even. The Thicket by Inspection by Earthling. Levidian would have to go to Revival. Revival is sweet. Even though it's a letterpress, it says letterpress on there. So that's 4. And then who's my other one? SST. That on Barry Carroll's pretty sweet. But with SST, maybe Paradise Sky. Paradise Sky. Top 5 is the only criteria. Jeff, I saw your Cooper vinyl on the shelf. Are those there just because? Or are you big? I love Alice Cooper. They are not there just because. Alice Cooper is amazing. Amazing. One of my favorite albums is Welcome to My Nightmare. Love that album, man. $1 Billion Babies is pretty good. I mean, it's excellent. When I say pretty good, that sounded dismissive. I don't have nearly the amount of Alice Cooper vinyl or albums that I should, but I love Welcome to My Nightmare. Steven, Cold Ethel, Sick Things. Wait, am I messing that up? Is Sick Things is on Welcome to Black Widow. Oh, Black Widow. Steven is just so amazing. And School's Out's amazing too. School's Out. Alice Cooper's genius. Awesome guy. Vincent Funier. I think you have the top signed McCammon collection in the world at this point. He does. Okay, so here's Stephen Allison Jr.'s. Numbered, Eyes of the Dragon. 2, Pig Lettered. Thanks for rubbing that in. 3, Goblin Cold Gold Key Arc. 1 of 2. Ooh. 4, The Memory Police, signed limited. 5, Blood Meridian numbered. Yeah, Blood Meridian numbered. I still got to give it to Butcher Boy. Still have to. Hey, I enjoyed many things in the 70s. Of course you did. 70s were awesome. People often ask for a shelf tour. I just never realized it could be done so efficiently or so lazily. But yes, you should do one and just try. Like, no matter what you do, it's going to be great because people want to see the books. They want to know what's on your books, and they want to know, and they can tell where your heart is when you go into describing the books, because that's when you geek out. That's when you're like, this is my happy place. This is the book that I've loved getting, and I find this one amazing. So, and the little gems that we might not even realize have emotional, sentimental value for you. Because I don't just have 2 slipcase Bag of Bones. I have signed first editions of When I Actually Met King, and they are now on my shelf in slipcases. So, yeah, we'd love those stories. Could be by emotional connections, value, anything. That's true. I mean, those are some of the most important books in our collections, are the ones that mean something to you. That's why I stammered, because I went 5 books, one from each of my top 5 publishers. And really, the Bag of Bones signed trade editions are worth more to me than almost any of these books. Tim, that's only because we're nice enough to not capitalize on all the living space for books. Yeah. Wandering Star, Robert E. Howard collection. Subpress's Malazan series. Folio signed limited book of the New Sun. CP Dune 5. Too many to choose. Wow. I sent Mallerman a print of a watercolor Cooper painting I did years ago. Maybe I'll send you one too. That's why I'm asking. Oh, I would love that, Chad. But I don't want you to put yourself out. I don't ever want to seem ungrateful or unappreciative or unwanting of gifts, but I also don't want to seem greedy and baggy. So it's a tough line for me to walk, but that would be amazing. No pressure. You don't have to. But yeah, Alice Cooper. I saw him open for Motley Crue. Oh God, was I pissed about that. I saw Alice Cooper open for Motley Crue, and in his 70s, he put those bastards to shame. He showed who should have opened for who. He put on an insanely awesome show. The guy had energy like you wouldn't believe. And then Vince Neil comes out and can't sing. He sings like the 4th out of every 5 words. He can't even do it. Like, at some point, yes, you should just retire. If you can no longer do it, don't put on an inferior show just for the money grab. Yes, your fans are singing along, but that doesn't mean you don't have to sing anymore, stupid. And there was Alice Cooper. I almost called him by his name, Vincent. And there he was, putting all those putting everybody to shame. Brilliant guy. And I also saw him at a Monsters of Rock or Clash of the Titans or some multi-band big metal bonanza, and he put on a show there that, the guy just cares about the stage. He cares about the performance and the music and the presence and the show, the theater of it all. Like Iron Maiden, they care. They really want to put on a show. They don't want to just get out there, headbang, play some music, throw some beers, throw out some picks and some drumsticks, and go meet with the roadies or groupies in the bus. You could tell the people, they have a passion for the performance, even though it's got to get exhausting to do it night after night, same set, same songs. Anthrax is another band. They don't do the big time theatrics, but they give their heart in every performance. It's just, oh man, I can go on. But Alice Cooper is genius. My top 5 favorites in my collection would consist of some books that most wouldn't care about. Oh, no, we do care about it, Tim. That's where you're wrong, man. I'd be if you're going to tell us a book like you did the Maltese Falcon in your book review, and I've never read it, but when I saw that, I'm like, oh, hey, this cat digs some books that I dig. Maybe this is a Venn diagram situation where he's way off in this corner and I'm not over there, but maybe it occupies a sweet spot because he's a fellow brother, lover of the written word, and that's where I'm at too. You know? Yeah, I'd like to know what his 5 are. I'd love to see Jason Keis's collection too. Yes, I'd love to see all of yours to get it on my Facebook group. That would be great. I used to have 30,000 LPs. Before books, I vinyled. Yeah, that's vinyl, man. That's the day, man. That was art. Music was respected more, I think. You got your vinyl out, you put it on, you sat with the liner notes. The same thing with cassettes and CDs to a lesser extent, but you could sit there and you had to engage, you had to put it on. Like you didn't have like this ocean, this sea of iTunes where you could say, hey, shuffle all the songs I have in my library, and whatever the robot decides to serve up, you get. You had an album. It was a disc. You had to physically put it down. You had to put a needle on it. You had to handle everything. And you only got like 5 or 6 songs before you had to flip it over. It took attention. It took, it really required like artist listener interaction. Now it's just sort of phoned in, digital copies. You don't even have to buy full albums anymore. You just buy the song, and then that shoots. Then the artist has to create number 1 hits, and they don't get the liberty, the freedom to pursue an album or a concept. They're just pursuing that 99-cent Apple iTunes sale, and they don't get to be creative. They're churning out a commodity. Yeah, I'm an old man, and the older I get, the more I soothe here. Some faves I have is a signed UK first of a Magica. Wow. Oh, that Barker did hand-drawn illustrations of the character. Oh, my God. I have a first of The Exorcist signed by Blatty and Linda Blair. Signed Malazan set. I don't know. Those are all amazing. Damn, those are all amazing. Your copy of it is very sweet. It is. And I got weird, so I put it on its side. I started getting really worried about spine sag. I put a Magica flat on its back, the numbered edition, the artist edition, and then I put it there, and over here. Oh, this is freaky. I actually put Salem's Lot down because this is the worst example I have of spine sag. Oh, there's the dust. So look at this. Check this out. This is a beautiful book. Beautiful quality paper. This is Cemetery Dance's gift edition of Salem's Lot. Beautiful, thick paper. I would say my grievance with Cemetery Dance is that they over design. Their page design is a lot. Like, you don't need all of what they have. Those lines, I don't know. They overdo it, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. The David Palumbo artwork is amazing in here. But the problem I have with the book is that over the years, it's just been, I read this copy actually on my reread of Salem's Lot. And over the years, look at what that spine has done, man. That is concave, because the spine block, the page block is pulling away from the spine here. And so you get this, I don't know, is it picking it up? You could see it's a gutter up here near the top right here. So down here, it's just fine. And you can see how that page block is tight to the spine at the bottom, but at the top, it's totally pulling away and sagging. So I was really worried about this copy. I like to look at eBay sales to see what other pictures people share of the books. And I've noticed a number of Salem's Lot gift editions have the same thing. I love this book. I think it's beautifully done, but I think the paper is too heavy for the other materials, or at least the binding technique wasn't. It's not durable, like it's like they went high quality, heavy duty on the paper, but they have to be commiserate. They have to match the paper with the boards and keep it strong enough and tight enough so that it doesn't suck it in. You gotta do something else. I don't know. I'm not a bookbinder, but there's got to be a way around that. And so I started placing the book on the shelf like this, like a jackass. I just did that for a couple of days, just to see if I can counteract some of the effects of that spine sag. I saw Cooper in the 80s. Ace Frehley opened. Yeah, I wish I could have seen him in the 70s, but my mom wouldn't let me. I was born in 72, so I was 8 when the 70s ended. My shelves are in every nook and cranny of our place and overflowing. They would not be very photogenic. I've seen some shelves. People share shelfies all the time. Shelfies all the time. And some of them are like chaotic. And there's paperbacks crammed in like spackle. They're like shelf spackle. They just cram them in there. And I think that's some of the most beautiful photography I can see because it's a book lover's hoard, Sometimes it makes me cringe. Like you're doing that to that book, like that book. That's the one you're laying like that. You're cramming in there on a diagonal. I've seen some people take photos of books where they lay them flat. I'm like, you're killing the book. You're killing me. I can't take it. But sometimes it's just like those are some of the most beautiful pictures because these people love the written word and they can't get enough of it. And their shelves are overflowing because I share that, Yeah, Tim, I'd be excited to hear why you liked any book. Yeah, I would too. Much like a book, you physically interact with an LP. Yes, you do. And it forces you to pay attention, And you're delicate with an LP because you can scratch a record and ruin it. You treat it with reverence. And then the musicians partnered with artists that did incredible cover album art. Album art is like a lost art because when you shrink it, now you're a thumbnail on a iTunes library. It just doesn't have the same weight. So many things, man. I hate to see us lose this. I'm surprised Jill hasn't come through here. Records require a tentative. Random mode on streaming music just goes on mindlessly. Plus, vinyl sounds cool. Yeah, amen. I love LPs, but have to admit, I hate lowering the needle by hand. I know. It's a nervous thing. It's like, especially if you're like, man, that first track sucks. I don't like it. I want to just go right to the second one. And then the little space is just so much tinier. But when you hear that hiss of the needle, it feels good. It's like a skin pop, if I'm going to be vulgar. Never mind. Wow, now I need to go check my artist edition Salem's Lot. Yeah. Oh, artist edition. Now I have the artist edition of Night Shift and The Shining, and both of those have held up really nicely. So this is only the gift edition. Just freaks me out, man. I use the arm lowering device as well. Yeah, I know. You could do that. Looks like my number let the right one in. Really? Oh. Well, you made me go look at the Salem's Lot Artist Edition I have, and it looks exactly like yours. Now I have to look at all my CD King books. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the only one I have it like that. I can't say I'm a little relieved to know I'm not the only one, but I'm sorry. It's still a beautiful book. The spine is detached from the page block, which is a problem I had. I had a problem with that, and I don't know if it can be reversed, but I'm getting into shelf spacers this year. That's my resolution. I don't know if it can be reversed, but it doesn't diminish my love for the book. So I have a Stormlight archive set signed by Brandon Sanderson, and they've all fallen victim to spine sag. I know it's a normal thing, but it drives me crazy. I know. And it wouldn't happen. I think it's just, you wouldn't think it would happen with Salem's Lot. But yeah, I guess this is a 600-page book, you know? So yeah, it's a thick book, but the paper is super nice and super heavy. And when you gotta balance it, you know, you gotta know what you're putting together, and it has to be like a recipe. Even if you have one delicious ingredient and it doesn't play well with the rest of the meal, then you know it ruins it. It's too much. But I try to stop worrying about it. Let my kids worry about it when they sell my collection over my cold corpse next month. Jill, when are you going to do the Jeff's Dead sale? Next month? I'll never know, but well, just make sure you notify everybody on YouTube. I want the Jeff heads to get first crack at my books when I'm dead next week. Tomorrow. See, I love the book, so don't touch it. Like what? Like what, Jill? I got a new heater, Jill. It's decor, Jeff. I'm wrapping it up. Hey, guys, she's telling me I got to go. Only significant downside to LPs is that the vinyl can only handle so many plays before defects. I know. Yeah, what's the verdict, Mark? So, Carrie's not big enough to do that. And then after Salem's Lot, I switched it up to artist editions. So that's what I have for The Shining, and The Shining doesn't behave that way. Let me put that to rest. Now I'm paranoid. Ugh. Okay, here's The Shining. Beautiful Shining, and I opted for the Glenn Chadbourne. Oh, From a Buick 8 is doing it as well. Damn. All right, so here's my Shining. That's sloppy. I don't know why the ribbon page marker's out. Shame on me. No, I should be shamed. So here you have The Shining. And that spine is looking good. The spine is a little, can you see? It's a little bit flatter near the top, but not nearly as pronounced as Salem's Lot. You know, see, there's still a nice curve to The Shining. It's not as big a book. Wow. You know, it's like having your zipper down, having that ribbon page marker just flapping around. Shameful. I mean, shameful. Salem's Lot or The Shining is about 50 pages less. So still not quite enough to... it's only 50 pages less, but I think they switched paper quality between the two. Because Salem's Lot, it looks a lot bigger in real life than it does on the screen. But The Shining just doesn't have that sag. But yes, I am glad to know that the rest of your books are fine, Mark. If anything ever happens to me, my Malermans go to Mitch, under the condition that he forever torments Jeff with them. Yeah, he would. He would like scratch his back with the lettered on this, The Day of the Pig. He'd be like, oh, that hits a spot, Jeff. when you have this book, you can do whatever you want with it. Check Sleeping Beauties. That one is huge, like Salem. Okay. All right. Well, this is what it's going to turn into. Oddly, it and Sleeping Beauties don't seem to have any problem whatsoever. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the Behemoth, double signed by the Kings. And here we go. Big, big baby. I am feeling it a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of it. It's definitely worse than Sleeping Beauties, or it's worse than The Shining, but it's not as bad as Salem's Lot. It just feels a little flatter near the top. But yeah, this is one that needs to be laid flat. This is big. It's a behemoth. So, but yeah, it's somewhere between Salem's Lot and The Shining. Oh, but man, it's nice, and it's better. The boards are better material, and you know what? I'd actually say it's better than The Shining. Now that I'm getting a good look at it, it feels better than The Shining. Beautiful mint condition book, man. And I'm one of the few people that actually like the book. And look at that coming through there. Wow, look at that beautiful book. All right, so that I think I'm going to put on its back. I think I'm going to put it right on its back. Oh my God, I would be relentless. Yes, he would tease me. Always tease me. But Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr., that's not going to happen. You are not going anywhere, and Mitch is not getting your collection. So there. That's that. That's settled. Okay, so I probably got to wrap this up. It's like been going forever. Sleeping Beauties is fine, but it's a lot newer. That's true too. It's true. Good night. Thanks for the stream. I'll see you next time. Yes, good night. I thought I would rant more. What didn't I talk about? Well, nothing really. Earthling has a bunch of new stuff coming this year. He said 9 new books, Paul Miller did, and everything he released in 2022 sold out, except Ghoul in the Cape. That's still in stock. I think he said he's down to 25 copies. I don't know why you would not get that. Get it. If you don't got it, go get it. Oh, Mitch, I meant to ask, did your comment get deleted? You made a joke about F, you're annoying. And I approved the comment, but then it disappeared. So I didn't delete it, but I'd like to know what happened to it. Hey, if anybody wants to comment on this video, not in the chat, with an obscenity to see if it gets pulled to the side, then I can approve it or delete it. I want to see what happens, because I clicked approve and then I don't see his comment anymore. So I don't know. Look at this neck. It's like a Jessie J neck. It is. She's got a Minecraft head. It's huge. It's a black. She pulls a shirt down, that neck pulls out. She can only wear button-up shirts. Nothing she has to put her head through. I hope 2023 year is great for all of you. I'm glad I made it to 23 because I'm old. And I don't want Mitch to my books, because then he'll just tease. Well, he won't tease Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr. because he'd be like, got it. He has all the books. Grace, first show of the year. Thank you. My comment was so fun and silly. Yeah, I wish you would have stayed. I don't know what I did to it. Take it easy. I hope everybody has a great new year. Good night, everybody. Good night, David, Mitch, Mark, Jason. It was great. Got a lot to look forward to in the new year, including limited edition Jeff Word greeting cards. You heard that right. You heard that right. Stay tuned for that. Little get well or good luck in the new year greeting cards. Happy 23. Thank you, Hans, for being here. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Steven. Good night, sweet dreams. Hope all your dreams come true. Well, Jeff, I just did it on your page. Okay, good. Use profanity. So, okay. Take it easy, everybody. I will be back when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and I'll probably drink all my stout.